Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mike O'Brien.
Thank you and good morning, everyone. I always enjoy attending SEMA because I've been in love with things that move ever since I was a kid, and I've been lucky enough to own some pretty fun rides over the years. Growing up, performance came in the form of good old cubic inches, the bigger the better. Today, as you see from our tuners, our new model introductions, there'll be more creative ways to boost performance with much smaller displacements and far greater efficiency. That's why at Hyundai we believe in the concept of better accelerated. In fact, as you'll discover in the next few minutes, you can say we're moving at the speed of better, like setting a better land speed record. SEMA traces its roots back to 1963, and many of those early SEMA members were dry lake racers at iconic locations like Muroc, El Mirage, and the Bonneville Salt Flats in Utah. Everyone was trying to go faster and break records. This past September, Hyundai set out to prove that hybrids are not only efficient, they can be fast too. So our team took a race-prepped Hyundai Ioniq hybrid to the Bonneville Salt Flats and shocked more than a few people. This Ioniq prototype set an FIA-approved production-based hybrid vehicle land speed record of 157.825 miles per hour, with a peak exit speed of 160.7 miles per hour. That's fast for any car, let alone a hybrid. So how did it all come about? When the first Ioniq prototypes arrived in the United States, our engineering team performed a normally thorough testing to ensure they exceeded the expectations of our customers. As they performed those tests, the staff was so impressed with the results that they began to wonder if we should raise our sights a little higher, and the Ioniq land speed record was born. You might be surprised to find out how little it took to transform this Ioniq hybrid into a land speed record holder. Starting with a powertrain, we installed low restriction intake and exhaust systems while retaining the catalytic converter. Of course, the engine, transmission, and hybrid ECUs were recalibrated and the governors were removed. Plus, we removed non-essential equipment from the engine bay and interior, like the air conditioning system, for example. Finally, we added a Nitrous Express single-stage direct-port nitrous injection system with a standalone fuel system that was cockpit controlled. For aero, we used the Ioniq electric model front grille and valance. Then we modified the underbody and air dam, and finally we added a parachute. For stability at land speed record levels, a Progress Competition coilover suspension system was installed with optimized spring, damping, and sway bar rates. And we lowered the ride height by 100 millimeters. Then we added lightweight aero wheels and full wheel covers featuring Goodyear Eagle tires. Keeping things safe, we added a Bisimoto designed, fully integrated high-strength safety cage, a Sparco 6-point safety harness system, racing seat, onboard fire suppression system, and battery disconnects. Hitting a top speed of 160 miles an hour is quite impressive. And I think you'll agree that Hyundai's engineering and quality team really pushed the limits so that this new benchmark and demonstrated the impressive capability of the entire Ioniq platform. Now, let's see our four tuners and see what they've created for this year's show. First up is BC Ezi Roja of Bisimoto with a Santa Fast Santa Fe. Nice to see you again, BC.
Likewise, Michael.
Remember, it all started off by talking about how raw displacement was the old school way to create performance. Well, BC is a perfect example of new school thinking, using advanced turbocharging techniques to get the most out of today's power plants to the 4-digit range of 1,075 horsepower. BC, tell us how you were able to generate so much power out of the 3.8-liter engine, and just how hard was it to get 1,075 horsepower to the rear wheels?
You know, Michael, it's not very difficult if you have a very strong platform. And the Hyundai Lambda V6 engine is absolutely spectacular and allows my team and I to really create some very reliable power, utilizing some great bespoke internal components and twin turbonics to turbochargers as well.
So I heard that we started out with a front FF platform car. Of course, it was all-wheel drive capable. And then you turned the whole powertrain around and made it a rear drive platform. That must have been a tough challenge. How'd you get that done?
You know, I have a great team at Beast Mode Engineering, combined with a lot of my good buddies there and also the guys from Rockfab. We had the opportunity to take Hyundai components to really convert this beautiful CUV to something very, very exciting, and to make it more of a driver's car. The front-wheel drive layout was great, but rear-wheel drive, it's a blast to drive. A lot more fun.
I saw the video. It was very impressive.
Thank you.
Too bad I couldn't be up there when you were doing that.
There's still time.
Thank you, BC. Now let's talk to Nick Ashby from the Rockstar Performance Garage and see how they took a stock Santa Fe and transformed it into a no-compromise, rock-crushing off-roader. Nick, I know Rockstar has a reputation for boundless energy, but the Santa Fe, well, it's over the top. What was your inspiration, and so how come only just 35-inch wheels?
Well, you guys kind of set the challenge to us with the project we did last year. You guys asked for a little bit bigger tires and see what we could do. So the Santa Fe was a natural progression to that from the Tucson. With the components you're going to find in the Santa Fe, they're a lot beefier, a lot stable powertrain this thing has in it, and we were really impressed with the components, especially even the tuning in this. We have a 75 shot of nitrous in this with the 35s, and everything that we've done in this thing, there's no check engine lights. So that says a lot for the Hyundai tuning, because a lot of other vehicles you'll have just a Christmas tree on your dash. So we have to say, you know, it's pretty awesome with that. If you were to tell me, you know, 10 years ago when I'm out off-roading in Glamis, one day I'm going to be off-roading a Hyundai Santa Fe, I'd be like, that's going to be interesting. And it's definitely an interesting project we're proud of.
So it amazes me how you got so much suspension travel and you're able to house those 35 inches under this platform. How did you get so much suspension travel and the capability with such a large wheel?
Well, we have some great partners, you know, and a great team at Rockstar Garage. King Shocks actually set up the first ever coilovers with this and the Tucson. So you have an actual coilover in there, which increases a lot of the travel. We obviously cut all the wheel wells, did a lot of clearancing to fit that 35 in there, but you'd be impressed on how little effort it took to fit a 35 under this. Obviously with a 35 at nitrous, you need some good brakes in there, so we have R1s in there, so 6-piston front, 4-piston rear, so this thing stops on a dime.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you, Nick. So we go from a 2 wild Santa Fe's to a race-ready Veloster. So here's Josh Cloud of Grenade.
Thanks, Mike.
Josh. So Josh, it's a pretty wild Veloster. Tell us how you came up with this concept and what gives it that Grenade special appeal.
Well, when we started the Veloster, it was very important to our entire team to really find that perfect blend of sport and speed. And I think we nailed it.
So I was really intrigued by the air suspension work you did on this car. Tell me a little bit about that.
It lowers the car quite a bit. It was a challenge to put in, but I think we got the stance we were looking for.
Excellent, excellent. So, thank you, Josh.
Thank you.
Now we go from a race-ready Veloster to a race-ready Elantra. Let me introduce Kevin Bentley from Art Performance.
Thank you, Mike.
So, Kevin, I have to say you've done an amazing job of transforming this Elantra into a quick and competent race car. So, how did you come up with this concept? And tell me, have you taken it out on the track?
Well, when we found out that we were going to be working with the Elantra, we knew we had to do something different and unique. So we wanted very aggressive styling, track-oriented feel. And yeah, we actually had our professional Formula Drift driver take it out to track for some fun.
So did you get to drive it at all?
I've driven it, but not on the track.
Okay. You'll get a little time, I hope.
Maybe later.
Okay. Excellent. Thank you, Kevin.
Thank you.
4 very different concepts, and I think you'll all agree that each one embraces Hyundai's philosophy of better accelerating. So the next car we're going to share with you is perfect for SEMA. It's Hyundai's newest sports car, and it's the most powerful Elantra ever. Don't take my word for it. You can ask a few dozen journalists here in the audience today. They've joined me driving the Elantra Sport to Death Valley and back yesterday, and they have a lot of great things to say about this new model. The all-new 2017 Elantra Sport is not only the most powerful Elantra ever, it also includes a variety of exclusive sport features that make it stand out from other Elantra models, as well as from the rest of the cars in its class. Now let's take a closer look at what the Elantra Sport has to offer. What a great way to pull into work every morning, isn't it? The excitement starts under the hood. The Elantra Sport's turbocharged, direct injection 1.6 liter delivers an impressive 201 horsepower and 195 pound-feet of torque. And drivers will love that it comes mated with either a 6-speed manual transmission or a 7-speed dual-clutch transmission with paddle shifters. To enhance on-road dynamics and handling, the Elantra Sport is exclusively outfitted with independent multi-link rear suspension, larger 12-inch front brake rotors, revised spring and damping rates, a larger front stabilizer bar, and the addition of a rear stabilizer bar. When you combine all that with a rigid body structure common to all Elantra models, you have the best handling Elantra ever. It's easy to identify the Sport model thanks to its unique sport front grille, standard HID headlamps, eye-grabbing 18-inch alloy wheels, sport side sill extensions, and chrome dual exhaust outlets. Inside, you can tell this is a driver's car with a flat-bottom leather-wrapped steering wheel, paddle shifters, sport front seats with leather seat surfaces, and alloy pedals. We think you'll agree this all-new 2017 Elantra Sport vehicle is a vehicle that reflects Hyundai's passion for driving and amplifies it with sharp character lines, upgraded power, and fun, agile handling. And with a just announced starting price of $21,650, we think the Elantra Sport offers performance, looks, and a price that will make it a big hit. So that brings us to a new limited production model that's designed to stand out from the crowd. Making its initial debut right here at SEMA, the Tucson Night Edition, right up here. The Tucson Night is all about attitude and equipment. It features a distinctive monotone treatment, stylish raised 19-inch black finished alloy wheels, a panoramic sunroof with black tinted glass for that blackout look, and a gloss black mirror caps. Inside, the Tucson Night adds aluminum alloy sport pedals, a sporty perforated leather steering wheel, and front and rear LED interior lights. I think you'll agree that the new Tucson Night is a stylish, distinctive CUV for those customers looking for a vehicle that's distinctively different. So I'd like to thank you all for attending. I would personally like to thank our partners, BC, Nick, Josh, and Kevin, as well as our Hyundai engineering team for building some truly radical concept cars and a record-breaking land speed record car for this year's show. Let's give them a round of applause. Also, I'd like to thank all of our partners featured in displays all across the convention floor. Each one proves that when you combine a vivid imagination with the moving at the speed of better philosophy, you can create vehicles that are truly exceptional. If you have any questions for the tuners or would like to talk with anybody in the Hyundai team about Ioniq, Elantra Sport, or Tucson Night, we're here to help you. Thank you very much and have a good show today.
part of the design.
Okay. That, I mean, it's a long time before it starts that. Well, that's more. Well, you got to 142, right? But past marketing. Yeah, a little bit more like this. We were just right now. There, I got 142, but when we were doing the highest we shifted over to 130. Yeah.
Do you know how many horsepower that gave you?
Did you find out when you're
No.
I got here, I walked in on the same time.
How you doing?
Okay, contact.
Yeah, we're gonna do some endurance racing and stuff like that together. Definitely a trip here.
This way, this way.
Yeah, either way. You guys were just right in front of it. Yeah.
I get the name too.
Good to go?
Here we go. Thanks, Brett. Continued success.
Oh,